Welcome to the Steve Ames Show with guitarist Sandy Renda, pianist Mike Iannuzzi, and my special guest, singer-entertainer John Ricci. And now, on with the show. I'm a sentimental sap, that's all. What's the use of trying not to fall? I've got no will. You made your kill, 'cause you took advantage of me. I'm just like an apple on a bough, and you're gonna shake me down somehow. What's the use? You've cooked my goose, 'cause you took advantage of me. I'm so hot and bothered that I don't know my elbow from my ear. I suffer something awful each time you go, and much worse when you're near. Here I am with all my bridges burned, just a babe in arms where you're concerned. So lock the doors and call me yours, 'cause you took advantage of me. I'm so hot and bothered that I don't know my elbow from my ear. I suffer something awful each time you go, and much worse when you're near. Here I am with all my bridges burned, just a babe in arms when you're concerned. So lock the doors and call me yours, 'cause you took advantage of me. Thank you. One of the great songs written by Rodgers and Hart, You Took Advantage of Me. Well, it seems that on this episode of the Steve Ames Show, the weatherman has taken advantage of us. Right, Sandy and Mike? Let me explain to the folks that we were supposed to be taping this episode, this summer episode of the Steve Ames Show, outdoors at the beautiful Park Place Pool in Springfield, New Jersey, for a little change of locale. But what happened? It rained. And we don't have any rain songs for you right now. We should have. But at this moment, I'd like to welcome you to the show, indoors at our favorite indoor location, the Holiday Inn in Springfield, New Jersey. Let's hear it for the Holiday Inn. With the two mighty musicians who are keeping dry, at the keyboard, Mike Iannuzzi. At the guitar, Sandy Renda. And we're opening our show this evening with some great songs with words by Lorenz Hart and music by Richard Rodgers. This next one comes from the Broadway show, beautiful, beautiful song from the Broadway show Babes in Arms. And this song was a particular favorite of Frank Sinatra, and it's one of my favorites too. She gets too hungry for dinner at 8. She loves the theater, but never comes late. She doesn't bother with people she'd hate. That's why the lady is a tramp. Doesn't like dice games with barons and earls. Won't go to Harlem in ermines and pearls. Won't dish the dirt with the rest of the girls. That's why the lady is a tramp. She loves the free, fresh wind in her hair. Life's without care. She's broke, that's oak. Hates California, it's cold and it's damp. That's why the lady is a tramp. loves the free, fresh breeze in her hair. Life's without care. She's broke, that's oak. Hates California. It's cold and it's damp. That's why the lady is a tramp. Sandy and Mike, thank you both for being with me on this indoor show. And I take this opportunity now to thank the staff of the Holiday Inn for accommodating us on such short notice. You know, we were all set to be outdoors today. I only called them a couple of days ago. I said, it might rain. And that's why we're here, because it did rain. So again, I want to thank Frank Palumbo and Pete and all the terrific people who work here at the Holiday Inn for making it possible for us to do a show today, you know? And Sandy, do you miss the outdoors?
Well, under the weather conditions today, no, because actually it was cooler today than it has been. But the rain, we couldn't have done it in the rain, and it's really very comfortable in this room.
That reminds me, what a heat wave we had in July, Mike. They say this was the second hottest July in recent history.
Well, it's about time we had a normal summer. I mean, don't you remember that when we were kids? It seemed like it was always hot like that.
That's right.
And then in the last couple of years, it seems like all we've had was a long spring.
That's correct, that's correct. Also, I want to talk now about the great songwriters Rodgers and Hart. We opened up with two marvelous songs, You Took Advantage of Me and The Lady is a Tramp. Richard Rodgers wrote all of his songs with the lyrics of Lorenz Hart just prior to his teaming with Oscar Hammerstein. And almost everybody can name Rodgers and Hammerstein shows. Name some of the Rodgers and Hammerstein shows.
My favorite, Carousel.
And name some more.
The King and I, Sound of Music.
Their first.
Oklahoma. There you go.
That's right. See? That's right, South Pacific, which is currently back on Broadway. But the songs, the shows of Rodgers and Hart are a little more rare. Somebody asked me the other day, name some of the Rodgers and Hart shows. And I said, yes. The first one was Garrigaities, with their first big hit, Manhattan, came out of that. And then they did a show called The Connecticut Yankee. And they did one called Jumbo, starring Jimmy Durante and Jumbo the Elephant. And then they did one called On Your Toes, starring Ray Bolger with choreography by George Balanchine. And then came Babes in Arms, which had more standards in it than any other show. And then followed The Boys from Syracuse, I Married an Angel. So those are just a few of the Rodgers and Hart shows. The shows are not revived too often, but their songs are timeless, and any nightclub singer includes them within his repertoire, including yours truly. And now we switch from Rodgers and Hart to the Gershwins for a very appropriate song for Sandy and Mike.
Summertime, and that certainly fits the temperature that's been out recently. And we're going to do it like in a little jazz Latin feel, so we hope you enjoy it.
We will enjoy it. Let's hear it for Sandy and Mike and Summertime. Our special guest this evening is one of the finest singers you'll hear anywhere. And we're so happy that he's here with us today, making his 4th appearance on the show. Please welcome that wonderful singer-entertainer, John Ricci.
Guarda fuori già mattina, questo è un giorno che ricorderai. Alzati in fretta e vai, c'è chi crede a te, non ti arrendere. Once in every life there comes a time you walked out all alone and into the light. The moment won't last, but then we remember it again when we close our eyes. Like stars across the sky, che per vincere tu dovrai vincere. Born to shine, all of us here because we believe. Guardo avanti e non voltarti mai, accarezza con i sognatori le tue speranze e poi era il giorno che verrà, c'è un tuo guardo là, like stars across the sky, che per vincere tu dovrai vincere. We were born to shine, all of us here because we believe. Non arrenditi, qualcosa con te. Like stars across the sky, we were born to shine, che bella vincere, dovrà vincere, e allora
John Ricci, welcome
How you
back
doing,
to the
Steve?
show.
Thank you for
You
having
are
me.
sounding
Thank you.
just great.
Thank you.
Just wonderful. Tell us about that first number.
Well, that first number, Andre Bocelli recorded it. It's written by David Foster. It was a co-production, both of them. And half Italian, half English, as you saw. And I just started doing that song about a month ago. So
Unbelievable. Let's hear it for him. Only a month ago. That's unbelievable. And like I mentioned in the introduction, this is your fourth time on the program in a span of about 15 years. And when you first came on the show 15 years ago, you were strictly a pop singer, and a terrific one. But how did you branch out into the operatic styles? How did you do that?
Well, it started about 2 years ago. I started experimenting a little bit and trying to see if I can hit some of the songs. Then I got a vocal coach. They showed me more technique and certain foods to stay away from before you sing, and certain things not to drink, and certain temperatures to stay away from. Like cold air conditioning is very bad for you. But anyway, it just happened, you know, and since I've been doing it, I'm getting a much better response from the audience than I was before. So.
Had you always been a fan of opera prior to this?
Kind of, yeah. Some pieces, not real intense, but I really enjoy singing that kind of a style.
Absolutely.
Just a lot more feeling, and it just, like I said, the audience seems to really enjoy it more.
And who are your favorite artists of that type?
Well, Pavarotti is, I mean, he's like the best, I thought. Jose Carreras I liked very much. Bocelli, Franco Corelli, he's from Italy, you know.
Have you ever been to the Metropolitan?
No, I haven't. I'm going to be going hopefully soon.
Now, you speak Italian.
Pretty good. I mean, I'm born in the United States. My parents are from Italy, and I really speak more of a dialect, but I can understand a lot of Italian, and you know, I can sing it, and depending what the song is, I can learn. It's not too hard to learn because of, you know, and have some knowledge of Italian.
My mother is a big opera fan. She used to go regularly to the Metropolitan. I was there once with her, and I was in awe of the voices, but I couldn't not quite understand the plots and the stories as well. But do you think you would ever do an opera? Because you have the voice for it.
Well, I need a lot more training before I go there, Steve, because in the operas, they're acting, they're singing, they're laying down and singing, you know, and I got to kind of stand up. So you know, and at this stage in my life, I don't know if that'd be a reality for me.
Well, having the operatic numbers within your nightclub act is superb. But you have not given up pop songs.
No, not at all. I still do a lot of Sinatra, you know, standards. Matter of fact, the new CD I have, it's called "This Is the Moment," and the featured song on there is from Jekyll and Hyde. You know, "This Is the Moment."
The current Broadway show. And what are some of the other numbers? We're showing your CD now on the screen. What are some of the other numbers on that?
The one I just did, Torno Sorrento, Return to Sorrento. I have Conte Partito, which is Time to Say Goodbye by Bocelli's on there. Cor Ingrato, which is a Caruso song that he recorded back in 1911, Enrico Caruso. It's Ungrateful Heart in English. Chitarra Romana, Let Me Try Again, Sinatra, New York is on there. Volare, you know.
Beautiful repertoire. And you also have a website.
Yes, JR Music Entertainment. So if you go to the internet, just put in JR Music Entertainment and it'll pop up.
And last but not least, how do you like being here at the Holiday Inn here?
Nice, very nice. Nice room, and the acoustics are good. Really enjoy it. And one more thing. Can I say one more thing?
Sure.
Okay. Also, I'm on YouTube. I have quite a bit of videos on YouTube, about 13 of them. Just put in John Ricci Sings, and you'll see the YouTube videos on there from different places. Got a couple from the cruise ships, stuff in Florida. I do a lot of work in Florida, so the condos and that kind of thing.
In the wintertime mostly?
Wintertime, yeah. Dinner theaters down there, so.
You do outdoor shows when you're there?
Yeah, at the Hollywood Beach Theater, I do an outdoor show.
You ever get rained out like we did today?
Yes, and you get canceled.
Oh, at least I don't cancel my shows, right? We do them anyway.
Without pay.
We don't cancel our shows. So anyway, your next number now?
It's going to be Return to Sorrento.
Tono
Sorrento. Tono Sorrento.
We are looking forward to hearing it. Thank you so much, and continued success to you with opera and pop. Mr. John Ricci,
thank you very much. Thank you very much, Steve. I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you.
Vedo mare quando è bella, spireranno sentimenti come gioca tiene a mente che città te fai suonare. Guarda giù che sto giardino, sentici ci sciore arance, nu profumo così fino, tendo cuore se ne va. E tu dici parto Dio, allontanerà sto cuore da sta terra dell'amore, pieno cuore non torna, ma non me la sa, non dormo, sto dormiendo, donna sorriente, e tu dici parto Dio, allontanerà sto cuore da sta terra dell'amore, tieno cuore non torna, ma non me la sa. Non dormo, sto dormiendo, donna sorriente, a me canta.
Well, here we are in Springfield, New Jersey. Or, as George M. Cohan once wrote, only 45 minutes from Broadway. Only 45 minutes from Broadway. Think of the changes it brings. In the short time it takes, what a difference it makes in the ways of the people and things. Oh, what a fine bunch of Rubens. Oh, what a J atmosphere. They have whiskers like hay, and imagine Broadway 45 minutes from here. Only 45 minutes from Broadway. Think of the changes it brings. In the short time it takes, what a difference it makes in the ways of the people and things. Oh, what a fine bunch of Rubens. Oh, what a J atmosphere. They have whiskers like hay, and imagine Broadway only 45 minutes from here. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Of course, that song was written by the great George M. Cohan, who was portrayed so magnificently in the movies by Jimmy Cagney in his Oscar-winning performance in the film Yankee Doodle Dandy. And I just want to mention that my mother's birthday was a few days ago, July the 27th, so a belated happy birthday to my mother. Happy birthday to my mother, Josette. Give my regards to Broadway. Remember me to Herald Square. Tell all the gang at 42nd Street that I will soon be there. Whisper of how I'm yearning to mingle with that old-time throng. Give my regards to old Broadway and say that I'll be there ere long.